That's right, sir. You're unlawfully using your horn.
She said he pulled me because I'm asking for it.
Yeah, it's unlawful use of a horn.
This hardworking blue-collar guy is sitting in a traffic light in his neighborhood, almost home from a 14-hour workday as a welder. He's waiting, he has his blinker on, he's ready to turn. Finally, the light changes, but then the car in front of him does nothing. It doesn't move. Apparently the driver's not paying attention. So he does what any of us would do. He honked his horn. But there's a problem. The driver in front of him is a police officer. Having a horn briefly tooted at him hurt his feelings, so he began to harass and retaliate. He basically followed him home, and when he got there, he jumps out of his police cruiser, body cam on, and confronts this guy for alleged unlawful honking.
Yeah, this is harassment, bro.
You're on a lawful traffic stop. Also, you're parked more than 12 inches from the curb. All right, that's fine. I'm going to tow your car because you're more than 12 inches from the curb.
When the man rightfully complains that he's being harassed,
That's not a crime.
It's an unlawful use of
That's
your
not
car.
a crime.
That is a
That
crime.
is
the police officer waits for his buddies to arrive, and then when they do arrive, together they violently arrest this guy, throw him in the back of the cop car, and take him to jail.
As a police officer, you will be given great power. Use it wisely. Congratulations.
This incident occurred on July 19th, 2024 in Troy, New York. Specifically, it happened at this intersection. Matthew was on his way home. He had just worked a 14-hour day as a welder. He's almost home. He's sitting at a red light. His left blinker is on. There's only one vehicle in front of him at the light, and that was Officer Taylor Gamache of the Troy Police Department, sitting there in a marked police cruiser, sitting at this light on 3rd Street facing south. He was stopped at a red light. He did not have a blinker on. Matthew was in his car, stopped directly behind Officer Gamache, intending to turn left onto Madison Street, where he lives. Unfortunately, Officer Gamache was apparently occupied with something in his vehicle, and he didn't notice when the light turned green. After waiting a bit, Matthew sees that Officer Gamache has not perceived that the light turned green, so Matthew gave what he described as a brief toot on his vehicle's horn. Although Officer Gamache did not have his left turn signal on, as New York law requires, he thereafter, after the toot, he turns left. Ostensibly because after the toot, he noticed that Matthew's left turn signal was on. So the officer turns left. Seeing this, Matthew became afraid that he was going to suffer retaliation. So he then turns his left signal off and proceeds straight to take another route home, because now he's starting to get afraid, well, something is going to happen to him. Officer Gamache then circles the area, eventually re-encountering Matthew as Matthew pulls in front of his home. Because there was an unrelated vehicle in front of Matthew's home, and because the garbage cans were in the street obstructing where he was going to park, Matthew was forced to park more than 12 inches from the curb in order to retrieve his garbage cans. It was his intention to move the garbage cans out of the road and then to properly park his vehicle. As he was doing so, Officer Gamache approaches in his marked Troy police vehicle, purportedly intending to make a vehicle and traffic stop. But in reality, he was harassing Matthew because Officer Gamache was offended and annoyed by the short toot that Matthew had given him with his vehicle's horn.
It's not harassment. It's
Under tow traffic.
447 Madison Ridge. Lincoln Charles 8866.
all right. Come on over here. Come on over here.
447 Madison, Lincoln, Charles, 8866, New York.
New York.
around that whole block.
That's right, sir. You're unlawfully using your horn.
You're harassing me.
Do you know what harassment is?
This is harassment.
It's not
Yes,
harassment.
it is. You follow me.
Okay.
Okay.
If you're not going to be compliant, you're going to be
I can't
detained.
compliant. Okay, for what?
Because you're not being compliant.
It's obvious that this hard-working guy feels like he's being harassed. He knows that he's done nothing wrong, and he knows that this police officer is abusing his authority to get back at him in this really childish way that he can only do because of the virtue of the fact that he's a police officer in that jurisdiction. And you know, it was only in July of 2021 that Taylor Gamache was sworn in as a police officer by the mayor of Troy, New York, who gave this speech about this noble calling that Taylor was entering, where now he was going to potentially sacrifice himself to protect and serve his community.
You are not just starting a new job, you are answering a calling to serve. Today you will join a police department that ranks among the best. The balance, the judgment, and the discretion that will be required of you is of a scale that few outside the profession can comprehend or match. You will train hard and you will work hard in the heat of summer and the cold of winter. You will put yourself in dangerous situations and make personal sacrifices. We view policing as a noble profession, and we are committed to working with you, the department leadership, and the community to create an environment of mutual respect and safety for all. As a police officer, you will be given great power. Use it wisely. You will be a leader in the community. Act nobly. Thank you for your service.
The mayor gave him the oath of office, where he took this oath. Here it is.
Are you ready to take the oath of office? Taylor, we'll start with you. Taylor, please raise your right hand and repeat after me. I, Taylor Gamache,
I, Taylor Gamache,
do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
to uphold the Constitution of the United States,
to uphold the Constitution of the United States,
the Constitution of the State of New York,
the Constitution of the State of New York,
and to faithfully discharge the duties of police officer
and to faithfully discharge the duties of police
to
officer
the best of my ability
to the best of my ability
in Troy, New York.
in Troy, New York.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Let's continue with the body cam footage showing him protecting and serving his community in an empathetic way and completely disregarding the Constitution of the United States.
Come over here. I'm not gonna try any gas. He's not coming out here.
Well, you been over to me, please.
Come over here.
Dad, this is harassment, bro.
Come over
No,
here.
I just came home from work.
You're on a lawful traffic stop.
A local traffic stop.
You're on a lawful traffic stop. Okay? Also, you're parked more than 12 inches from the curb. Okay, come over here. Alright, that's fine. I'm gonna tow your car because you're more than 12 inches from the curb. Is this your vehicle?
I don't have to answer no
Is
questions.
this your vehicle?
I don't have to, excuse me.
No, you decided you want to get out of the car.
Excuse me.
No, sir.
Excuse me.
Stop. You're not going back.
Again, this is harassment. This is harassment.
Enough.
I need to talk to your superior.
Enough.
Can you please call your
Do you
superior?
have a driver's license?
Can you please call your superior?
Do you have a driver's
Can you
license?
please call your superior?
Do you have a driver's
Can you
license?
please call your superior?
Do you have a driver's
Can you
license?
please call your superior?
He's not going to come out here for
Can you
this.
please call your superior?
It's a
Whoever's
lawful
in charge.
traffic stop.
Can you please call your
You need
superior?
to provide your license
No, I
to
did not commit a crime.
You did. You committed
No,
a
I
traffic
did not.
violation.
That's not a crime.
It's an unlawful use of
That's
your
not a
car.
crime.
That is a
That
crime.
is not, I know my. that's
What's
not-
your laws? What's your laws? Tell me. You want to play this
Can you
game?
please
We
call
can
your
play this
commanding
game.
officer?
We can play this
Can you
game.
please call your commanding officer?
Is this your
Can
vehicle?
you please call your commanding officer?
You don't want to identify yourself. You're going to go to jail.
Please. That's unlawful.
It's not
That's
unlawful.
abusing my rights.
I have a lawful
I did not
reason to
commit a
stop
crime.
you.
I did not commit a crime.
Yeah. You said you did.
No, I
You
didn't.
said
You just
you
said
were
I did. I
you were
didn't.
doing
I
what?
didn't. I didn't.
Oh, now you're saying you didn't
I never said I committed.
you didn't unlawfully use your
No,
horn.
I did not unlawfully use my horn. You
Okay.
said I unlawfully used my horn.
You
I
did.
told you I did not.
And you said
then you
I
started
was
to lie.
I was
Then you
beeping.
started to lie to me right here about what the color of the light was. Yeah. Excuse me, officer, so I can go home and enjoy my day, please.
Well, the way that this goes is completely dependent on you.
Please call your
If you want to
commanding
act this way, then it's going to go a
Please
certain way.
call your- I'm a
How you doing?
taxpaying citizen. Please call
The
your
lawful traffic
commanding
stop. Who's this gentleman to you?
officer. I did nothing.
Okay.
I did nothing.
So he's on lawful traffic stop, and he's going to talk himself
I didn't
into
do
handcuffs
no
because he doesn't
lawful
want to
traffic
identify
stop,
himself,
baby.
and it's going to be difficult.
I
So,
kept going. He
If you
tried to
want
stop
to
me,
talk
followed
some
me.
sense into him,
There's
that'd be
no
great.
follow me around the whole block. He followed me. He's harassing me right now.
Yeah.
And now he's trying to say I
Well,
can't
am I not allowed to follow people?
because now I moved my trash can Exactly.
I'm not mad at all.
Then he said, oh, the light was red. I said, no, I think it was green.
I'm gonna go, cause I gotta run the shower.
Yeah. Andrew parked in the middle of the street.
Thank you. I'm glad I had a witness to that.
They corrected.
Exactly. Thank you.
Okay. It's got nothing to do with that.
Exactly. Yes, it has everything to do with it.
I don't
Just stop
care
me
that
for that,
you
bro.
beat.
Can I get your commanding officer, please?
I don't care that
Can
you
you
beat.
call your commanding officer, please? Thank you. Can you please, what's your name, sir? Deputy Warren.
Yeah, it's a word.
Warren? Can you please call your commanding officer, Deputy Warren?
He's with the county.
Wait a minute, she said he pulled me.
Because I'm asking for it.
That's crazy.
Yeah, it's unlawful use of a horn.
So this witness pulls up, who was apparently third in line at the same traffic light, witnessed the whole thing. She pulls up and she says she saw Matthew honk at the officer, and then the officer pulled him over. Officer Gamache admits several times that the purported reason for the stop, if you want to call it a stop, was this alleged unlawful honking. So I got a copy of the actual police report, and this is what Officer Gamache wrote as far as his alleged reason for the stop. On the above date, time, and location, during routine patrol, I directly observed Mr. Edwards operating the above vehicle while he used his horn improperly by sounding the horn in a manner, which is misspelled, other than a reasonable warning of an emergency. A traffic stop was conducted and Edwards got out of the car and started walking away from a uniformed officer. Well, that's not actually how it happened, was it? By the time the officer pulled up, Matthew was already out of his car and messing with his trash cans. But the officer wrote it in such a way as when a judge would look at it later, or a police chief, or a mayor, or anyone, if they would read that, he's alleging something much different. You have this traffic stop, Matthew was pulled over, and then he just walks away from the traffic stop and disregards the officer's commands. When what really happened was the officer got his feelings hurt, that he got honked at, he drove around the block, and then he pulled up to Matthew's residence after Matthew had already gotten out of his car and was in the process of moving his trash cans. And as for this allegation that there was some crime in New York called unlawful honking, this is essentially a generic equipment violation charge, section 375(1)A. It merely says this, and you tell me if this applies. Every motor vehicle operated or driven upon the public highways of the state shall be provided with adequate brakes and steering mechanism in good working order and sufficient to control such vehicle at all times when the same is in use, and a suitable and adequate horn or other device for signaling, which horn or device shall produce a sound sufficiently loud to serve as a danger warning, but shall not be used other than as a reasonable warning, nor be unnecessarily loud or harsh. So New York law requires you to have a horn. It's required to be sufficiently loud so as to warn of potential danger, but also saying that it shall not be used other than as a reasonable warning, nor can it be unnecessarily loud or harsh. Well, reasonable warning of what? Perhaps a warning that a car is sitting in the middle of moving traffic and not moving. Warning that car of danger because he's sitting at a green light, not moving. Putting himself in danger and putting other members of the community in danger, I honked at you for your safety and mine. Could we think of a scenario where you could commit a honking crime? Sure, you could have one of these boat horns on your truck. Or you could just drive through somebody's neighborhood blaring on your horn just to be obnoxious. Is there anything remotely close to those scenarios here? No, it's just a general equipment violation that's being misused here. I don't think reasonable suspicion for the initial detention even exists.
I just moved my trash can
Okay.
so I can park.
Come here, you're
Please
being
do not
Come
touch
here, you're
me.
being detained.
No, I'm not. I did not commit a crime.
Watch out.
I did not commit a crime.
Come here.
I did not. Do not touch me, sir. I did not commit a crime.
Okay.
I know, cause he's been following me around the whole block. I did not commit a crime, sir.
Stop.
Do not touch me. This is unlawful. What you do that for? What do you do that for? My hands are I can't even do it. Put your hands on me. I can't put my hands behind my back if you're on my shoulder. I can't. I can't. I can't eat on my arm. I can't. Yo, bro, what are y'all doing this for? Again, this is unlawful. I'm not arrested. This is unlawful, bro. Can I get your command officer? Can I get? Stop. What do you mean? You're on my pelvis. You're on my pelvis.
Stop resisting.
You're on my pelvis. I'm not resisting. You're on my pelvis.
Stop moving.
Because you're on my pelvis.
Stop moving.
You can clearly see he's not resisting.
Stop moving.
I'm not. Yo, you're gonna break my arm. I'm not moving. You're on my pelvis. Bro, you're on my pelvis. Can you please get off my pelvis?
Stop.
Bro, can you please get off my... I'm not resisting. Get off my pelvis.
See, that's a term that police officers use when they
Damn.
say you stop resisting when you're not resisting.
Pelvis, bro. God damn. Yo, come on, bro. You're doing too much. Stop what?
I told you.
You told me what? Bro, don't put my hat on. Told me what? You did this because you was a... Yo, bro.
Stop.
I'm not, bro. I'm a commanding officer. Please. Okay, yes. Babe, are you recording this? Do you see him shaking his head? Get their names. All of that. You're doing this for no reason.
All because of alleged
Why are you
horn
doing
honk.
this? Why are you doing this?
Even if the horn is covered under the First Amendment.
Kamachi? Why are you doing this? Bro, why are you doing this?
Listen, we're gonna
I'm asking you, why are you doing this? I'm asking you, this is super tight. This is super tight.
Okay,
bro.
we're gonna help you. Stop.
No, please. Bro, this is super tight. Man, bro, my left hand.
Okay, we're gonna help you. Stop.
You're not helping me. You're making it worse. You're making it worse. The fuck? I'm telling you, my left hand. I'm not
He's saying stop, but what did he want him to stop doing?
Stop.
Fuck.
Stop.
Can you release some of that cup?
He's saying stop, but stop doing what? Talking
I'm
or?
gonna tell you one time only.
It's cutting my wrist.
Listen.
I'm asking you to please release some of the
Listen to me.
tension.
Listen to me. Listen. Stop talking. Stop. Listen.
Yes, you are. You're violating my rights. Ah, my left hand.
I'm fixing them for you.
Why do you get close?
Fixing it for
It's
you.
not.
Stop screaming.
Dang, that shit hurt.
Stop.
The fuck you not doing this for? What's the reason? Why am I being arrested? I have no answer.
There you go.
Obstruction of what?
Yep.
Of what?
There's no obstruction. There's no obstruction charge whatsoever right there.
Silly.
What's the reason? Again, I didn't commit a crime. There's no crime here.
Sit down.
There's no crime here. What precinct am I going to?
Put your.
What precinct am I going to so she knows? Excuse me?
Put your feet in.
Y'all doing this for no reason, bro. This shit is corny. Real shit.
Now, the actual crime is the police officer stalking him. That's the actual crime.
Bro, you violating my rights. You violating my rights.
Under arrest.
For what?
Obstruction.
Of what? Obstruction of what? Again, no answer.
You knew your laws, I thought.
Obstruction of what?
I thought you
There's
knew
no
your laws.
Obstruction of what?
No obstruction whatsoever that we can see.
Exactly, you have no answer for that. You have no answer. You have no answer.
You told me. You
I
said
asked
you
you
know
to
your
call the
laws.
commanding officer, and all told me no. Right? I'm a taxpaying citizen,
You're gonna
and
say,
I asked
me
for your
too.
commanding officer,
Me
and you
too.
told me that you can't.
Me too.
Again, that's saying that you can't do it.
You're a
No, it's saying that you
taxpaying
can't do it, right?
I'm also a tax-paying citizen.
You work for me when you work underneath that badge.
I work for myself,
No, you
actually. 'cause I pay
don't. No, you
taxes.
don't.
I'm also a hard-working guy. He talked himself in handcuffs. This could have went a totally different way. I could have given him a verbal warning. He decided he wanted to do this. I'm not saying he's a bad guy.
So the verbal warning would have been for what? For using your horn? Like, what would the verbal warning been for? Because other than beeping the horn, there's no verbal warning.
Why are you telling us
So that nothing is missing.
You don't have to tell me.
It's parked on the 12-inch from curb.
His car is right here, in front of his house. You don't have to tell
He
us.
parked like this. That's not my fault. Can you step up on the sidewalk?
Yeah, but you don't have to tell us vehicle.
Can you step up on the sidewalk, please? Sit.
Like, I don't.
I understand why we're acting.
All the charges that they're trying to say that he's doing is all inadmissible in
I
court.
asked you to go back
No,
on
I
the
don't.
sidewalk.
I'm just looking.
No, you were walking right towards the
No, I'm
car.
actually just looking to see how long.
Look on that side. Look on that side.
I know you can't tell me. He's trying to tell us.
If you feel like it, you don't have anything going on. Get out of the car. All right, you're going to jail now too.
Get out.
Get out of the car.
I'm getting out.
Get out of the car.
I'm getting out. Don't pull me. I'm coming out right now. Look, I'm coming out. Don't pull me.
You're going to jail now too. Good job.
Now, more
That
likely,
was stupid.
she's gonna beat these charges as well, since his arrest is inadmissible. Her arrest is gonna be inadmissible too.
I got keys.
Are you good? Yeah, I'm good.
Why would you do that?
Because why would you tow the car over a parking ticket?
Alright, go over that car.
This is crazy.
You literally just did that to yourself.
No,
That
I
was
didn't.
wrong. You did.
You can't, first of all, why
You
are
absolutely did.
You just said you can't tow the car. How you towing the car?
Who's acting? Oh, I forgot. He's acting. Yeah, that's right. And you also beat too.
I didn't beat.
Yes, you did.
If she beat, why you didn't do this side?
But she drove away. Look, you just told her to
Now,
get
keep in
in.
mind, all this is because the police officer is sitting at a green light, holding up traffic. Without his emergency flashes on.
Alright. You need somebody to get your
No,
pants?
I'm fine.
Why are you towing my car? Why are you towing my car? And she's right there to take the
I
table,
need
bro.
you to chill.
Come on, bro, you doing too
I need you to chill.
I don't like how you handling that, guy.
I've been nothing but calm with you.
I have been too.
You haven't. You've been like this.
No, I got like this when you
What
started.
is your first name?
Bro, I got
What
like
is
this.
your
Let
first
me
name?
finish, please.
No. What is your first name?
Again, I did not commit a crime.
Good.
I did not commit a crime.
Injured in a car wreck? The insurance company could sure make you feel small. When
The other thing, you do not have to identify yourself if you did not commit a crime.
Results.
So you do not have to
Do you ever wonder how Nectar can offer such
you have to
an
identify
incredible
yourself.
deal for their
You do not have to violate your Fourth Amendment.
cooling pillows, a mattress.
So if you believe you did not commit a crime, you don't have to identify yourself. And that's only a secondary offense. That's not the primary offense.
Sir,
I did not commit a crime.
what is your name?
I did not commit a crime. I did nothing wrong here, bro. I did not commit a crime. Look, can you open the window down for her too? Because I know inside of that car is probably fucking hot. Please and thank you.
Rick, you got a tow sheet?
Yeah. I didn't do nothing wrong.
I wouldn't listen, Hank, because you got
I didn't commit a crime.
crazy.
As Matthew watches from the back seat of the police car where he's handcuffed, he watches Officer Gamache then have his car towed from his home where it does not need to be towed from, basically just to be a dick. Perhaps this is what the mayor was talking about when he said to use your power wisely when you're out serving the community. No doubt one of the reasons why he's towing the vehicle is because then that entitles him to do an inventory search of the car, allegedly to check to make sure that there's not valuables in there. So he's collecting and inventorying and protecting the valuables that belong to Matthew. No, he's treating Matthew not like the hardworking welder that he is. He's assuming that he's a criminal in possession of illegal drugs, and that's what he's doing. He's looking for illegal drugs. He's even opening over-the-counter medications that he finds, just in the hope that he can jam him up on some illegal drug charge. Of course, he finds nothing, but he's still triumphantly having that car towed from the home where this car is even parked in the Google Earth satellite imaging of this property.
Man, you're doing
So listen, I need your information because if not,
Ryan shit,
you're
bro.
not gonna be able to
I don't know
return
why you
your
were towing my car in front of my house. You seen exactly what I was
Because
doing.
you're under arrest.
For what?
for obstruction.
Of?
And you're getting on off of your horn.
How is I losing on
Literally,
How?
I told you from the get-go, right?
Bro, you got mad because I beat you.
I'm not mad at all.
That's why you said I don't know for use of my horn. You got mad because I beat you You lied to me in my face and said the light was red. I have a witness that said the light was green, and she was
The
there.
light was red and then it turned green.
She know it wasn't
And I was
red.
looking both ways down the
The light was
road.
green. So that means the pedestrians have the right to stop because they cannot.
Allegedly, the police officer was on his cell phone. That's why he wasn't able to see what he was doing.
The light's green. You got mad and you
Was there any
followed me.
emergency?
Yes, I'm coming home.
That's
I have
an
to.
emergency.
What do you mean? You don't know what I have to do in my house.
If you should have called 911 if you had.
What do you mean? If that's the case, right? If that's the case,
So listen, I need to put the order
I did
information
not
on here because if
have
not,
a crime
If
committed.
not,
Can you
you're not
please
gonna
call
be
your
able to
commanding
pick up your car.
officer? Please call your commanding officer.
they're not going to be able to release your car.
Please call your commanding officer. I
You're
did
not-
not commit a crime.
You're not going to be able to
I
retrieve
did
your
not
vehicle.
commit a crime.
Okay.
Come on, man. I did not commit a crime.
You're not going to be able to retrieve your vehicle.
Bro, I did not commit a crime.
Okay.
Please call your commanding
I'm
officer.
just going to let you know that I believe
Please
it's like
call your commanding
it's
officer.
like $25 a day.
Please call your commanding
He told him multiple times, please call your commanding officer. This is what happens when we refuse to call your commanding officer.
You said it.
Just so happens
He might end up losing his job over this. You never know.
Yeah, you go. Okay.
Lady behind me in the car sees everything. I know her. What you talking about? That makes no sense. You just see my girlfriend asking for her number. How do I know her? Us, bro. Throw me on the phone. I'm not even fucking.
We resisted. We resisted.
You moved me against the wall for y'all. I'm not resisting this bill.
You resisted.
I'm telling you, I let go of my bills. I couldn't do that. Stop grabbing me, keeping tight. I'm telling you, I know. I'm not resisting. Just let go. I'm sitting right here. I can't do nothing.
When you're fighting with us, we're not going to let go.
Again, it's three of us, so we'll fight each other. You know,
Not at all.
blame you.
Well, the video's going to show everything. Don't worry about it.
Follow me.
I'm going to tell you one time.
Come on, why did you
Again,
that was the
and it's
thing.
the last time I'm
Why
going to tell
did
you.
you follow me, bro?
Okay.
Around the whole block.
You committed a
didn't
vehicle
have-
and traffic
Well,
violation.
there was no vehicle and traffic
Okay.
violation, bro. You got mad because I beat
And
my
then you
woman.
committed a parking
What
violation.
parking violation?
Okay?
What's the parking
You were
violation?
within 12 inches from a car.
I did not fully finish
then on
parking
top-
my car.
Okay.
I
So
got out
did
to
you
pull
leave
the
your
trash
did you
can.
leave your car running parked unattended?
No, because if I did, it would have got stolen like it did last time.
Okay.
Okay, so why would I do that?
So you
My insurance company told me, take out the keys out
so
the
you just
car.
parked your car.
No, I did not
Okay.
park my
All
car.
right. And then you committed
Bro,
the crime of obstruction when I told you to stop and you were trying to walk away from
what
it.
are you talking about?
And
What was the crime?
At that point,
Why were you, what was
obstruction's
the,
the crime.
no, you said I committed obstruction
And then
once
at
I
that
started
point-
walking away from you. So
And then at
before
that
I
point-
started walking away from you, what was the crime for you to start walking towards me? There was no crime.
You're continuously trying to walk
There
away
was
from
no,
it.
no. Again,
Okay.
before you just said, I committed obstruction
So then-
once I started walking away from you.
So then-
What was the crime? No, you guys threw me against the wall.
That's what you're under
You guys
arrest
threw me
for.
against the wall.
It's not a crime to walk away from a police officer.
You were pulling and pushing.
It's only a crime to walk away if you was in the commission of committing a crime or fleeing from a crime.
And you threw me against the wall.
Just because your hands are up.
I
does not
told you
mean
I
you're
did
resisting.
not commit a crime.
Okay.
What was the crime?
You can say it or you
What was
won't.
the crime?
Just like you
I
say.
told you that there.
Just like you say I'm
You
not
just came up
resisting.
anything. You
but you're
came up in your
physically
mind.
resisting.
That fucking
And then you told your old lady into jail. Well, now you can pay for her stuff too.
So this police officer might have talked himself into two civil rights lawsuits.
Shame. I'm an iron worker. I do construction. I build buildings. I don't sit in the office. Yeah, it's fantastic. Yeah, you do.
Alright. That's why I'm out here with you.
That's not law.
You're right.
I'm down
Okay, sir. Alright, sir.
You got it.
Okay, sir.
You got it.
You're right, sir. You're right.
Throughout this entire incident, Officer Gamache is basically mocking Matthew in this weird passive-aggressive way, where he's pretending not to be upset, when the reality of the situation is he should be off somewhere doing actual police work, actually serving his community, rather than abusing his badge because he was offended and embarrassed because he was sitting at a green light, not paying attention. And for all of this officer's talk about the law, his lectures about all of the crimes committed by Matthew, you would think that Matthew ended up convicted of something, right? Wrong. All of the criminal charges against Matthew were dismissed. And last time I checked in America, Matthew was innocent until proven guilty. We all know that Matthew did not commit a honking crime. Gamache knew that. Matthew knew that. The witnesses knew that. The judge who dismissed the criminal charges knew that. And you damn sure know that the leadership at the Troy Police Department knows that. You know that the mayor knows that. Here you have documentation of this loser using his badge after taking an oath in front of his own mother that he would uphold the Constitution and serve his community. Here is documentation of him abusing his authority to essentially engage in road rage under color of law. Thankfully, a federal civil rights lawsuit was filed just a few days ago, and this incident is now starting to make it into the local TV news up there. But Officer Gamache is still on active duty. He hasn't been fired, he hasn't been suspended. In the city of Troy, whose mayor claims that they are some fine, trustworthy police department, is too cowardly to even comment on the fact that they basically kidnapped and wrongfully incarcerated and wrongfully charged a citizen, claiming that they can't comment because there's pending litigation. That's not true. Even you, Mayor, you are a public servant. When you do something wrong, you owe the public an explanation. Not only when your lawyers, your civil defense lawyers, tell you not to make a comment, you owe an explanation. So what can we do? The most important thing that needs to happen right now is the footage needs to continue to be shared. Don't let it fade away. Share this footage far and wide. I'm in contact with Matthew's lawyer, so hopefully I'll have an update, and you can follow with me by subscribing here and at my blog at thecivilrightslawyer.com. You can follow me on X at JohnBryanESQ. At the link below, I'll post the lawsuit in its entirety, as well as the relevant contact information. Remember, our rights don't end where your fear begins. Freedom is scary. Deal with it.